What's up, y'all? Thanks for stopping by. My name is Serge T. If you didn't already know, now you know. And I'm here to talk about and give my recap and thoughts for NXT UK for, what's that, the 8th of July 2021? Almost at 2020. Caught myself. Let's start off with the first match, which was Nathan Frazier versus Kenny Williams, who calls himself the scum of the earth, or the pure scum, whatever. Yeah, it's really something to tag to your personality. I don't know what that does for him, but hey, whatever floats your boat, right? And in the end, Kenny Williams wins with bad luck. It was like what's that type of DDT where you have a guy in a headlock and you're both facing forward, and then he drops you down. And that's how he got him. And I guess he's on a roll ever since going solo. But I'm not impressed. Talent in the ring, but Now, with a win apiece, Joe Coffey and Rampage Brown talking private with Sid Scala to perhaps settle the score. They're talking about, hey, I gotta win, you gotta win. How about we really settle this? And let's see what happens with that. And see whether or not they go for that elusive second win that's going to, I guess, put them over the top over the other. But I see these guys as a tag team, or work together, or even bring Rampage Brown over to Gallus, because they really do complement each other, even though they've been kicking their butts, each other's asses for the last few weeks, few months, But let's see that when it happens. So let's check it out. Let's see what happens when that happens. Now, the French Hope, Amel, looks to become the first French woman to hold gold in WWE, but she would have to do so at the expense of the first, or I should say the final boss, Mako Satomura. Mark Andrews versus Lewis Howley. I gotta tell you, him and Sam Stoker got names that really are not I can't remember their names. I have to always listen to the commentators say their names or announce them. And then they're both very talented guys. They're tag team champions, so they got that going for them. So they definitely need names that you would remember. I guarantee you, if they went to WWE, they're going to cut their names in half. They're going to change their names, because that's not very marketable, I don't think. Call them, Howl and Stoke and Howl. Still keep pretty. I don't know if that's how it goes, but still keep pretty deadly. You can still keep that as a tag team. That's a pretty good tag team name. But in this match, Mark Andrews wins. Then Subculture gets a shot at Pretty Deadly's tag titles. And Handsome and Beautiful. I tell you, Nigel's description of Howley, I mean, whatever floats your boat, dude. But it's a little too much. You know what I mean? Like, you could be in awe of a guy's physical presence, his thing like that, but the way he does it, the guy's married and he has kids, but it makes you wonder when you hear how he describes Howley, But anyway, Sam Stoker, he's able to distract the referee when it looked like Mark Andrews was going to get the victory. And out comes Subculture, and Sam Stoker tries to clothesline Flashburger Webster. He misses, and then he's scooped up into a fireman's carry, and pretty much just a standing Death Valley driver, and takes out by Danny Luna, and shows how strong and powerful that girl is. And she was able to take him out. And what happens then is that we see Mark Andrews hit the Sundog Millionaire, and he follows that up with a Shooting Star Press. And it's called Fall to Pieces. But he gets a pin, and he gets a title shot for Subculture. Now, Jack Stars, he keeps getting encouragement, most notably from the Bomber Dave Mastiff. The guy's very talented. I really liked his match that he had with Tyler Bate. He really shows what he can do. And I hope only for the best for the guy. He's very talented, so let's see what happens with that. Now, if it's a match he wants, all he has to do is ask, as the Heritage Cup champ Tyler Bate in regards to Mark Coffey, who got a little cheeky. Yeah, he kind of attacked Tyler Bate from behind, and then there's a little bit of back and forth between them. Looked like they're playing with each other, but at the same time, and what did he want? He didn't want a title shot. Does he want to have a match with him? And all Tyler Bate said is all he has to do is ask, and I think that he will ask him. So I look forward to that match. Now, Laura Day Mateo takes on the debuting Blair Davenport. And I thought I recognized her, and then I read up, and she's actually Bea Priestley from AEW and other promotions. She's in Wonder World, Stardom, and in Japan. And they even mentioned that during the match that she has her residence in Japan, and that's where she's trained, and she's like one of the number one top talents there, you know. Now, she displayed a lot of great talent, and I know her because I do remember her now from AEW. So I was, my eyes were open when I saw her there wrestling, and some great moves in here. She, she performed a double stomp on Mateo when she came at her while Davenport was on the apron. I mean, not apron, but on the turnbuckle. And she comes down on her back of her neck with double stomps, and then she does a really great maneuvering on the ropes, and she delivers a missile drop kick from the top rope, but then she knees the back of the head of Jay Mateo as she's against the ropes, and then she finally connects with a brutal knee. Like, she holds both of her hands, and then she just pulls her towards her and hits her in the face with a brutal knee. Kind of reminds me of the what do you call that, what's his name, Omega's move, the kill trigger or the trigger or something like that, but they even said trigger. And it kind of almost like it's like they're trying to mirror what the name of the move for Kenny Omega is. I forget the name at the moment, but she does that, and she picks up a win in her debut match on NXT UK. And Davenport and Satomura for the title. Take my money. If they come up with that match, that would be amazing. Now, Davenport's in the ring, and she pretty much says that Blair Davenport has arrived, and from the top women, talking about Satomura, to the other girls, Davenport says she's putting all of them on notice, and she states that no one has seen anyone wrestle like her, and she looked really, really, just amazing in the ring. I think she has a style that I don't think I've seen any of the other women do. Her and Satomura will be a great match because they're both trained in Japanese style. And Blair Davenport, I think she's going to definitely take it to the champ. But they're probably going to keep Blair Davenport busy with other people so far. And then she'll have a shot at Meiko Satomura. I don't think she's going to lose the title to Amel. I know, no offense to her. She has some talent in the ring, but I don't think she's going to take the title. I don't think she will. Now, a little girl playing dress up, but you're not going to survive, says Ginny to Aoife Valkyrie. So they got that rivalry going, they got that thing brewing. So let's see where that goes, and I can't wait to see that match. And Tio Man and who was that guy that Tio Man took out, and he's now by his side because he interfered in this match last week, and now they are loyal to each other. And Tio Man asked the guy, are you loyal to me? And the guy said, I'm loyal to you forever. Yeah, what is forever in wrestling, right? Maybe to the next pay-per-view or the next feud, whatever. So I don't think that's gonna last, and who cares? Because Tio Man is I don't know, he doesn't impress me. I'm not saying he's not good in the ring, but there's other people that I focus on, and he's definitely not one that I focus on. Now, in 2 weeks, we get Dragunov and Walter Part 2, according to Sid Scala, for the NXT UK Championship, and then that's the 2 weeks. And next week, we're going to see a press conference, face-to-face live between the two on NXT UK. I'm looking forward to that. You see what happened when Walter addressed Ilya Dragunov after Ilya Dragunov's match in a triple threat with Rampage Brown and Joe Coffey, and we saw how he addressed a possible challenger. He pretty much knocked his ass out and he just said what Walter said, pretty much saying that you ain't gonna take my title. But let's see what happens. I'm gonna watch that other match, their first match, just in preparation for this match, because that match was bonkers and insane. It was physical. It was everything he could have won in a match. And I don't know where it ranks in the matches of the year, but it should be up to the top, maybe even the best match of the year. Now, Trent Seven versus Eddie Dennis. Okay, let's see how this match goes. This is the main event. I think the match between Mark Andrews and Lewis Howley could have been the main event because there was something on the line. There was something at stake. This one basically is just a way for either one to get retribution because they put each other out. They caused each other to have an injury that took them out for a while. So I guess they got that going, and that's something that you definitely need to, what's that? To fix and to take care of in the ring. Now we see the 7 bridge by Eddie Dennis at one point. He did it once on the mat, and then he did it twice, and then the second time he did it against the turnbuckle. And then he connects with a 7-star lariat after missing the first one, where 7 delivered a Snapdragon suplex after he missed that. It was pretty sick. I like how way he does it. He's done with such quickness and such power at the same time. And despite outside interference, because we see Primate and T-Bone come in from Eddie Dennis's what's his name of his symbiosis, and despite all that, Trent Seven delivers the Burning Hammer. I thought it was called Burning Hammer, but I think it's Birmingham Hammer, kind of a take on the name Birmingham. And he gets a victory. And then he's attacked though by Symbiosis, but Tyler Bate comes to Seven's aid, and he is brandishing nunchucks, and he's showing some pretty decent transition, pretty decent move around with the nunchucks. You know, I'm a aficionado of it. I actually practice it myself, so I'm pretty impressed. And he was able to give a sick gut shot to Primate, and he's screaming, and I'm pretty sure that wasn't make believe. I think he actually felt it because the power that those strikes with a nunchuck yield. You know, just to say that I've been hit with those things and it's not a joke. It's not a joke. I bruised myself pretty well trying to learn them, and I've been on the receiving end, so it's not a pretty experience. It's not something that I'd wish on anybody. But that was that. They stand tall. Does the Heritage Cup champion Tyler Bate and his partner there, 7, who was victorious over Eddie Dennis. Let's see what happens if they're gonna get past this, or are they going to have tag team match. They're going to get somebody to join them, and then they can take on Symbiosis in a 6-man tag team match. So we'll see. But it was a good match. A good event, a good show. I enjoy NXT UK. Definitely one of the most underrated when it comes to any of the brands in WWE. I think it should be right up there. It should be regarded as one of the top, places that showcase great wrestling. These guys come from Great Britain, from all over, from Netherlands and all that stuff, all over the UK, and these guys are amazing, men and women. They're all great. And now they got they got Blair Davenport added to the mix. They're getting better. The women's division is getting better in NXT UK. But this edition was very, very enjoyable. I had fun, and great matches all around, and great segments too. But well, that's my video, and for those of you who stopped by and checked it out, appreciate it. And in closing, as always, take care.